Before there is history, there was. Cult beneath Red Lodge. The last laugh. You'll be next. Come no closer.
Well, that just blasted my eardrums.
4 heartbeats, forsaken. 4 enemies come for what was taken. Come sepulture, come inundation. Come maelstrom, come incineration. 4 heartbeats fell in the cohort. For each other for the sport. See the winged knights, see the burning man, see the monk of stone, see the raiding band. 4 heartbeats throbbing in and out of time. 4 conspirators tricked into their crimes. Begin our tale, a litany of tragedy, as the valley dances to the age of. 4 heartbeats unaware of history. 4 victims of the selfish misery. Heroes rise, stand against this witch's brew. So the question goes to them, what will you do? What will you do? What will you do?
Volume warning.
Well, what will you do?
Well, damn.
I'm still trying to hear from all the white fucking noise you blasted in my ears, my dude.
Was that bees?
Yeah.
It was so loud I had to pull my earphones out.
Wow. Awesome. Perfect.
That's what you were aiming for.
So I had trouble hearing the words over the static.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. And
That's-
I also have no idea, are we supposed to be at the tavern?
You're currently still underground.
Oh!
About to come your way out.
I think we're exiting and trying to find
Yes.
safety for the boy.
Okay. Did we hear all this?
No.
No, that
No,
was
no.
just the intro. That's a
That's just a joke.
warning
Okay.
for us.
Okay.
The adventure actually. So, you've all been doing prologue like pre stuff. So this is the actual adventure is now actually officially started.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna have to remind myself to put a volume warning on the start of this if I can remember.
White noise warning. Drake is scuffed. He's evil.
Put a volume warning.
I wasn't sure how the sound would come out for that, so because there's no way for me to like test that on you guys without
Yeah.
Fair.
spoiling it. So
It was super loud.
I'm not even slightly apologetic.
That's fine. Alright, so we have the kid. We're all in the room with the floating rocks, or have we left the room with the floating rocks?
You're in the room with the floating rocks.
So what we have to do now is look for the hidden door.
Yes,
Okay.
to the north.
Didn't you mention that before we ended last time that one of the rocks that we were definitely not supposed to touch got moved?
There's
Shattered.
a lot of
Shattered.
damage to the rocks in that one area where the shatter spell was cast, and
Well,
it's been kind of moved a little
Generally
bit.
soft.
we didn't do that.
No, we did not.
That was their own damn guy.
Wick is gonna start looking along the wall for any, like, trap, like, nooks or notches or, like, secret doors or anything.
Sure, make me an easy investigation check.
Cool, easy. I have a very bad investigation.
Yeah, but I said the word easy, so you'll do well.
No,
Sorry,
I will
Ashley.
not. I don't see shit.
Can August
Wait.
ask the kid if he knows how to get out of here?
What did you
The
roll?
I rolled a 2. I don't see shit.
The kid, he nervously points towards the southwest, to the northwest, to the corner. He says, there.
All right. I guess try the corner. Investigate.
Can I
Alright.
cast guidance?
You can cast guidance.
Who are you casting it on?
Whoever was investigating, I'm not sure.
I have a +4 investigation. So.
You should probably investigate. I have a -1 in investigation.
Yeah.
All right, so we are gonna. Doesn't help too much. Wait, what did you do to me?
I cast guidance, so you can add a d4.
D4. Okay, because I rolled a 9 + 4, which is, 13. But where the fuck did my D4 just go? Okay, there it goes. It fell out of existence. I got a 3. So, like a 16.
Nice. That's great.
Enough, damn.
That's enough. You succeed.
All right.
You managed to find the way the stones have laid out, a perfectly rectangular indent, and then there's a little kind of in latch, a little bit. You put your fingers in and you kind of click it, and the door goes and opens out. As it opens, you realize that the door was not really meant to be concealed from your side. It was meant to be concealed from the other side.
Oh, no.
And as you open that, you notice there's a passage that's a natural sort of thing going. You see some mining tools about the shop. And
okay.
continues
I thought
on to the north.
you said that. I thought there was going to be something else on the other side of that door. Okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
And you can kind of see some natural light. It's brightening up a bit.
Okay. Is it still daytime?
Yes, it is still daytime.
Okay. I don't even remember what time of day we went in.
It was about noonish. And actually,
Okay.
you guys have not been down here that long. It's only been a couple hours.
Okay.
So I kind of look at Wick, because I assume he's still carrying the kid.
I'm not carrying
Yes.
the kid. August is carrying the kid.
August
yes,
carrying the kid.
yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
And I say, I think we should have a plan with what we're doing with this kid before we pop up and have people start seeing us. Do we know where we're going?
Well, not entirely. I plan to try to find a monitor. We know a couple of them, but I don't know exactly where the wheelchair guy is.
I just worry if we walk through the streets with this kid that it's going to raise some serious flags. If we should kind of have us, if we should come up with a plan here.
I'm going to assume that most of them are aware, considering we did just climb down a giant hole.
But they're betting on all their men stopping us, or at least keeping us away from this kid.
I just worry that we'd be putting the kid at risk if we brought him out with us, because they're clearly not worried about hurting this child.
We could have somebody go ahead, and then if the coast is clear, do it in sections.
Yeah.
We could just raise hell and tell them that the rocks have been ruined and they should all run in fear of whatever they're scared of.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's pushing it.
Nothing's happened so far.
You.
They'll be too worried about whatever it is that they need to do in order to solve this issue of theirs, to worry about one small child.
I don't know if mass chaos is exactly the way we're trying to, handle this situation.
No, that's...
But you know what? That energy, it's okay.
I'm not about that energy right now.
That was a suggestion.
Can Glencora just sort of like sit down at the edge of the wall and call her owl companion?
You certainly can.
So she looks at the group and says, I can send the owl ahead to scout and see if anyone's outside.
Okay.
Can you turn it into
Yeah.
anything other than an owl?
I can. Would you prefer something else?
Maybe a bluebird, since it's the middle of the day?
Fair.
I could do a raven, I believe.
That'd
Yeah,
work.
you could do a bluebird or a raven.
Okay. It can be. I wasn't sure if it had to be one of the animals listed in that find companion.
Anything can be like if it's something equivalent.
Okay.
So
Let me.
like, instead of a rat, you could say, well, it's a ferret. Like you can do that sort of adjustment. It doesn't have to be explicitly that.
I'm just trying to come up with something I would like because I feel like they matter to her character.
I just figured it would be less conspicuous to have, an owl, or less conspicuous than having an owl, which is a nighttime creature out in the middle of the day.
True.
Fair enough. I can't remember exactly how I do it. Let me pull up that page. I guess we're not in a fight, so it doesn't matter if it takes me extra
No,
action.
I think we have a couple minutes at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she kind of like gestures to the owl and has it turn into a we will go with a swallow. And if no one protests, she will send that guy down the hall and out to look about for us.
I got no protests.
All right.
I'll watch over you.
All right. So you send him out. The first thing you note once it gets out into the sun, the path goes for a few hundred feet and then opens out into. You notice that there's side paths that come off of it, more equipment, bags and all that sort of thing, just sitting on the side, and sacks and all that. And then when you get out into the open, you recognize it as a quarry.
Okay, so the other side comes out into the quarry.
Yes.
Okay, so I switch back to Glencora and I relay this information while the bird just kind of tweets around outside the mouth of the quarry.
Yeah.
I didn't see any people though, or did I?
No.
Okay, so there are no people, but it is potentially a watched spot.
So we should go about this stealthy.
Yeah.
What I could potentially do is cast fog cloud as we exit.
Oh. Well,
But
I don't know if
only gives us. Sorry.
it might hide us, but it kind of draws more attention.
Yeah. So
in the tunnels, it's kind of weird, but maybe if we're outside, since the weather's been fucky, it might not be as weird.
Where's the
yeah,
map? What is that? What file is that in? Player notes? No. Red large.
Yeah. Notes and stuff.
It wasn't notes and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
So, as an aside,
Okay,
you can see why I had to revert the map, because the map that they provide has the entrance to the wagon works in the north and the exit to the quarry in the south, and that is the complete opposite of the actual...
We're coming out into 24, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now, so the area behind all the buildings, like the grassy area, is that accessible area or?
Yeah, that's perfectly accessible.
We can go in the back through the grass and maybe go up to the temple. I know a monitor is there.
Okay.
I think the priest is a monitor. Is that right?
Yeah, there's also the bathhouse is right there.
The preservation.
Yeah.
Preservatory.
And then Lawrence Bakery is right beside it, and then um, the tanner, Chandrel's Fine Harness, and then the inn itself.
Well, I would personally say not the tanner, because they were one of the people trying to quiet down.
Just to make that clear, the Fine Harness is the leather worker. Sorry, the actual tanner is elsewhere.
Oh,
That's my fault. I did not communicate that correctly.
We do not want to take him to Rothar, Marlandro, Ilmeth, or his father, which might have been Rothar. I don't remember. Yes, that's his father.
Yeah, that's his father.
Guys, I trust the bakery dude, but I know that you guys also said you wanted to go to the bathhouse, so I have an idea. Again, might be stupid. All my ideas are. What if you two see if you can get the kid into the bathhouse, clean him up, calm him down, just let him relax for a little bit while August and I look for the guy that he knows.
That's not a bad idea.
I think that could potentially work because I'm never confident with her name. The
herbalist.
the herbalist lady likes preservators, so the two of us can go there, and the two of you can go look.
Also, you said it's a bathhouse for rumors, and if it's a bathhouse for rumors, that means only there are the rumors going to get out. They don't tell things outside of that bathhouse, so that's probably a good place to keep someone hidden.
Agreed.
At least for a little while.
So when we leave the cave mouth, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, if you trust her enough, I think that's a decent idea. It's right. It's 18, right? Is that the bathhouse?
Yeah.
I mean, it's right there. We could get to it pretty easily.
15. 15 is.
15. Well, still pretty close.
Yeah, 18 is actually the stone. Is the mason, the boss of the masons.
Okay, we could even try to go in the back way. I think.
Yeah.
We could get there pretty easy that way without going down that road.
You'd have to climb up the quarry wall, but yeah.
Oh, how tall is that quarry wall?
Not too tall, I don't think. Let me just check.
Worst case scenario, I can use spider climb on you bad boys.
Would it be more conspicuous having 4 people and a kid climb up a wall?
I mean, fair, you're fair.
I mean, I still can cast fog cloud and put it out and kind of obscure us from anyone looking into the back of the quarry.
I also have my cape. We could just kind of try to shield him a bit down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 10 feet up because, this is an outdoor quarry and they don't really... Yeah, so it's not too difficult to climb. One of you can climb up and then help the others easily enough.
So how do you guys want to do this?
If we are going to be taking a long rest soon, as spoken about, then I'm comfortable expending a spell slot if you think that would help, but if you think it might attract more attention, I am fine not.
I'm going with your judgment, because mine is not great right now.
Anyone else?
I'm perfectly fine with the plan.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you there.
I said I'm perfectly fine with the plan.
So, well, we had a couple different ones, so
with the current plan of trying to leave and obscure that.
Well, we're gonna try to get to the bathhouse, but we just got to figure out how to get to the bathhouse.
Yes.
Up a wall and fog cloud? Fuck.
I mean, what time of day is it, you said?
It's mid-afternoon.
Do you think it would weird people out to see just some random fog in this town?
The whole weather's been fucky.
Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's go for that fog cloud. I mean, these people have seen fog roll in at weird times of the day. Probably isn't that it's strange, honestly.
I think I would rather be extra cautious with the kid involved.
Also,
As an aside, that wouldn't be that weird. I'm looking out my window right now. It's like, I would have thought, yeah, that would be weird. And then I'm looking out and I'm like, actually, no, not really.
Especially if it's like a
Atlas points out.
fog like that's coming from the ground, right? Like there's sometimes you get those like frost fogs and stuff.
Yeah.
At the very
Alright.
least, if someone comes to and thinking that there is some suspicious reason for the sudden fog, they will likely not be able to see further than the hand in front of their face.
I mean,
So
yeah, and if we move
we'll be
fast
gone
enough,
before.
we'll just get into that bathhouse and move from
I
there.
think that would give us a good cover if you are all chill with it.
Yeah.
Let's
Right.
go.
I guess we're just gonna go down the road.
All right, so who's the... Are you taking the road or climbing up the wall?
I think climbing
Taking
up
the
the
road.
wall.
Oh, is that what we're still doing?
I don't
I
know.
was under the impression we were going to cast fog cloud in the direction, like, because we're coming out of the back of the thing. So I was imagining we were going to cast fog cloud, pushing it out in the direction towards 18, go up the back, and just like sneak right in behind
Okay.
15.
Yeah, I mean, that works for me too.
That's what I thought we said, but maybe I was confused.
Okay. Well, I thought we were trying to decide whether or not to go up the wall or cast fog cloud and go around the front. But that's fine. You know what? If best of both worlds.
Sorry, I must have been. I might have
I mean,
confused you.
couldn't you cast fog cloud, go up the road, but then once you're out of the quarry proper and can just hop around and still go behind 18?
I mean, that's fair too.
The back way?
Yeah, that's a path.
The thing with fog cloud is it is I create a 20-foot radius sphere of fog centered on a point within range. The sphere surrounds around corners. The area is heavily obscured. It lasts for the duration until a wind or greater speed of 10 miles per hour disperses it.
Okay.
So I'm not sure if that's something we can zip around necessarily because it's 120 feet.
Well, 20-foot radius is pretty large. Like that's over 10 yards from end to end. So that you do get a lot of leeway with that. If you cast it at second level, which you can't do quite yet because you're not technically third level until you get your long rest. Actually, no. You got to get your long rest first.
Why don't we just try to be stealthy up until we get to right almost at 18, do fog cloud, and then kind of take that back area. Or we don't have to technically climb the wall, but
Sure.
I think that's just easier than trying to struggle with the wall.
Okay.
But also
Wonderful.
kind of taking that back area without, all the neighbors seeing this kid.
Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
I'll be in front.
I had the kid. I think I'm gonna try to still keep him under my cloak, but try not to. I don't know. I guess with the cloud, just hope it doesn't seem too suspicious.
All right. I want you all to first make me stealth rolls with advantage, please.
Woohoo! Okay.
So that means we roll it twice and we pick the highest?
Mm-hmm.
I got an 18 plus 1, 19.
Nice.
Not good on my end.
14.
Uh-oh.
Atlas, what did you roll?
Sorry. Hold on.
Helps if I roll the right numbers. Okay, that's better. I just noticed I rolled 1d10 for the kid, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm carrying the kid. Does he necessarily have to have a stealth roll?
Yes.
All right.
You were so nice last time.
Because, sometimes kids will, do kid things and, kick up a fuss or talk or ask stupid questions,
I guess.
Okay, he has enough trauma at this point to stay quiet.
Toddler's going to toddle, right? Even though he's not a toddler. but he's not kicking up a fuss or doing
Okay.
any bratty kid stuff.
What did
He's being a good boy.
what
I
did
mean,
you
that
roll?
boy just went through some shit. He just watched
5.
us kill a man.
You rolled a 5?
Yeah.
It's okay, I rolled an 8. No, 9.
And you
9?
used your advantage?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, the other
Yep.
one was worse. The other one was a 2.
Yeah, I had a 2 on my first roll, and then I got a 4.
Christ, y'all.
Listen, Wick is still just not having it, and these dice are going in timeout.
He's a football
I
player.
also want you all now to roll perception at
Oh.
disadvantage.
Okay. Oh no. Okay. Come on, dice.
Because, you know, fog cloud, right?
Okay, still not too bad. Let me do my math.
20.
Let's see.
Nice.
What is perception?
20 or 21?
I got a 12. No, 13.
13.
6.
That's fine. That's fine.
8 again.
Oh, now you roll high. When I'm mad,
So,
I throw you out of
Who
anger.
rolled 10 or higher?
Me.
Okay. So, you managed to sneak through the fog, being as quiet as possible. As you get close to the shack, you can hear a conversation within. You hear two people arguing. We sent them in. They haven't come back yet. Have they found have they found them? Oh, I don't know. If we can really send anyone else in, we can only send people who know, right? We need to talk to Lorcan and find out. Well, Lorcan's down there. If the men we sent in there can't do it, Lorcan can, and he'll let us know when he gets out. Of the voices, one is a gruffer, older gentleman, and the other is a woman.
It would have been nice to know who Lorcan was, but we killed
I can only
people.
assume it was this last guy.
I think so, but we don't actually know that, considering we didn't even ask his name.
No point worrying about yesterday.
Just gonna sneak on by. Not gonna fucking say a thing.
All right.
Because what I assume
Character.
is that they sent those people to kill us.
Did Lorcan name himself? Because I remember the guy that was at the front that was speaking, like, about how we've met our dooms and whatnot. I thought he named himself as he was coming through with the other two.
Trying to look through my notes. Oh yeah, there was a guy that said.
Yeah, he
The
was all
dagger
doom and gloom
had
as he walked in.
resin
That's the
on
guy
it.
that one of the guys, or the 5 that the 2 with the sword, the 3 with the sword.
Yeah,
And the 3
I
with
did not write his name down, but I do have like all the insults he said to us.
And like as he came in, he was just like, "You're all going to meet your doom."
Yeah, the land is
And I was
angry.
like,
It's
wow,
decides to
someone's
swallow you.
dramatic.
Black Earth's advent.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna assume it's him. But okay, well, we're gonna sneak on by.
All right. You sneak past. You can tell that this side of town there's not a lot of people right there. It seems like everyone's kind of distracted by the giant ass sinkhole still.
That was also a hope.
So making it to the bathhouse is pretty easy.
Okay.
You'd have to go around to the front door though.
All right. I mean, is the fog still up?
Yeah, but you're past it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't travel with us.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I guess I thought we were gonna do it like at the mouth so that it would kind of carry into that area a little.
It's not that big.
Okay.
Because that's about 100 feet or more.
All right. Can we why don't one of us just go around and peer, down the road just to see if there is anybody before we all make a dash for the door?
Or actually just Glenn go in and see if it's okay.
Oh, true.
Because if
True.
Glenn can go in and then maybe get the lady to open the back door.
Is there a back door?
I don't know.
There is no back door. But
Maybe there's a side entrance or something that the lady inside knows about or something. it'd be best to let her know and see if she's okay with it.
Right, well,
And-
who's heading up to the front?
Everyone looks at Glenn.
Just out of character, is there, or maybe this is something I can't ask, like, is there any chance she would recognize a animal familiar because she is a preservator?
Not necessarily, because it's not preservator that necessarily. Remember, she isn't actually a preservator. She's someone who owes a lot to the preservator.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So she's
like having a noodle there for a second.
Yeah, so her skill set is not in that anything. All right.
What I could do, looking at the group, is I still have one of those robes. I could put one of those on if we feel like we should hide, or I can just move fast.
Just walk casually. If you walk fast and someone catches you, it's gonna be weird. If you're just walking casually, you're just walking casually in the middle
Just
of
go
the town.
to the bathhouse. Yeah.
I have a question. Fairy fire, can that be done as a ritual?
No. Yeah, only spells that are marked as ritual can be done as a ritual.
I'm trying to figure out how they're marked in D&D Beyond.
They usually say
probably
like
at will. Okay.
No. What they'll say is they'll say ritual. I'm
pretty sure it's not because I don't have it written down as a
Concentration
ritual.
up to 10 minutes.
Nope.
Yeah, it's not a ritual.
Let me get you an example of a ritual spell here and how it shows up in D&D Beyond.
The only thing I
It'd be
know
helpful if I was
that detect magic at the first level says at will.
Right.
There should be, so if you click on it, if it can be done, it should say casting time.
No.
Inspiration
In
is
D&D
concentration up to 10 minutes.
No. In D&D Beyond, if you look at the name of the spell and the casting time for something like Alarm, you're going to see a book there with an R in it.
Okay.
That means it can be done as a ritual.
I don't have any ritual.
Yeah, in the actual game itself, it shows up as like ritual in parentheses. And Eldritch Knights do not have the ability to cast things as rituals anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
You actually have to have ritual casting as a class feature, and druids do.
Gotcha.
Hold on.
But I get things, I don't have to prepare shit, so.
Just a quick question though, how would fairy fire help in this situation?
I was thinking everything in a 20-foot cube range is outlined in blue, green, or violet. And any creature in the area is outlined. They shed a dim light or something like that. So I thought that they would be able to tell us that fairy fire would be able to tell me.
Fairy fire would be able to actually give you an advantage seeing things through the fog. I will state that. Or rather, it would counter the disadvantage. So you'd get advantage for it, and then you'd get disadvantage from the fog, which cancel each other out.
Right.
So that is an idea, but you're not in the fog right now.
I was just curious. Sorry,
I was wondering if it worked like through buildings to see if there was anybody on the road immediately in front of us.
You would have to still see them, right?
Okay,
like
that's right, because they wouldn't actually be visible. It's not like
the building's still in the way, right? Yeah.
No, that's valid.
Yeah.
This is taking forever, and Wick knows it's taking forever, so he's just gonna peek around the side of the building.
Right. So Wick takes charge and actually looks to see what's going on. Wick, you see the clothier who runs the bathhouse having a chat with a middle-aged woman with sandy blonde hair, her hair tied up in a bun. She's wearing a apron. She is covered in blood that's been dried. She's got some blood on her face.
Oh, is that the butcher lady?
And they are talking to each other, and they are looking with concern.
towards the sinkhole. Make me an insight check.
Okay, please don't fuck me. Please don't fuck me. I hit the wall. Okay. Oh, yes, thank you. Did not fuck me. Insight, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 20. Mod 20.
20. Beautiful. At first, you're a bit wary because you see the blood and you're just like, what's going on? Right, this is not cool. Then you actually hear them talk. I'm worried about them. The two elves are you know, I've talked to them. They're very good people, and I hope they got out safe. Well, there's nothing for it. They'll come out eventually. I talked to Harburg, and he's talking to that man. What's his name? Alcazar. They're keeping a lookout to see if they pop out. There's something weird going on. I don't trust the elders. There's something wrong with them. They seem to be wanting to keep anyone from going in the hole, and they wanted to stop people from helping the kids. Oh dear, that's very worrisome. And oh well, we'll just keep looking. We'll trust in Harburg. He'll find them. We'll figure out what to do from there.
Can I try and catch their attention?
You certainly can.
I'm trying to figure out a way to do this and not be weird. Hey.
They turn, and the bathhouse lady just looks at her eyes light up, and she just motions for the butcher to come talk to you while she kind of stands in front and kind of stands guard.
I obviously do the thing where I'm like, finger over the mouth, like shush, shush, hush, hush. But
she acknowledges it. Her hand waves. Yes, got it.
Is she coming to me, or does she want me to go to her?
She's coming to you, like in a rush. She's just like, oh.
Okay, I'm gonna bring her over to the side where the rest of my friends are.
She looks, and the immediate relief. She's like, oh, you're okay. Yeah. Are the kids? You got the kids out.
We got all of them out. And he's gonna reach over to August and lift up his little coat jacket thing.
What's happening? What's going on?
What was he kept under? A rock?
A rock.
Yeah.
He was pinned with
many
rocks
small boulders.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They weren't hurting him, but they were keeping him in place.
Yeah.
For potentially days. Not being fed.
We kind of just relay that to her.
Awesome. Rules of nature just kicked in as soon as this happens. That's awesome. She's just like, are you okay? Oh, we gotta. You look. Poor boy looks tired. Are you hungry? Are you?
Do you...
She kind of flusters a bit. She's like, do you need food? What do you need? What can I do?
We need a place to keep him while we look for anyone that could help us get him out of here.
His father was doing this to him.
Her face just gets stone cold. What?
Yeah.
And he told us that the kid told us that the elders of the village are part of this, so we can't trust anyone.
He also said that this is normal and that it happens to other children.
She just slumps down and she's like, that. Her hand comes up to her mouth. She looks like she's about to throw up, just knowing this. She's like, I My place is safe.
Like trying to figure out who she is.
Can I?
My place is safe.
I
will.
Can I do an insight check on her? My insight is shit, but I just okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll cast
Absolutely.
guidance.
This is super easy insight check.
Like it's
I'll
just
cast
it's a
guidance.
Wickham thing. It's a Wickham thing.
Yeah.
My insight, insight. Oh wait, no, my insight isn't shit. It's my investigation that's shit. My insight is actually really, really good. 21.
21. You immediately just cotton onto the fact that everything you're telling her is absolute news to her. She had no idea. She's offended. She's angry, and she is immediately willing to do whatever the fuck you want to help out. Like, she is like, if you say we need a hiding place, she's on board. She has 3 houses. She'll hide you in all 3 if she has to. She's just like, I live with the town constable. This is
I knew.
he will hear about this.
They said that they said that he doesn't do anything. They said that he might know or something.
Well, he's gonna start doing something.
How do we know that's not going to put the kids at risk?
Absolutely. The safety of the
Be
children
careful about how we handle this.
Well,
Yeah.
from what I gathered from the kid last time was that he wasn't necessarily saying that the constable was like ready to tell on the guy. He just isn't as much help as we would hope.
My concern just is that if the constable tries to take over, that it will spin out of control. Whereas if we have an element of surprise going into this,
Fair.
and they don't know.
Look, he lives with me, so he has to be in on this if I'm hiding you out there. There's a couple others in town that I would trust. And we can work with that for now. I do trust Kaelisa. The innkeeper's always been honest by me.
Can we trust your husband to keep this between us for now, at least?
He's not my husband, but yes, I trust him with my life. If he is not trustworthy, then no one in this town is.
Also, it was out of character. I believe Constable's one of the people that is keeping an eye out for us, the party, not them.
Harbrook, yeah, they did say Harbrook would find us.
Yeah. Look, this is a bad place to talk. We'll go to my butcher shop. There's not going to be anyone there because she just thumbs to the hole.
We were also thinking of giving the kid a bath at the bathhouse, but we weren't certain if there's any other occupants there at the time.
We can bathe the kid. I can get the kid food. I have food. I have everything we need.
Also fair.
Yeah, that was kind of the old plan.
True.
We'll take care. I'm so sorry. Braylon, is it? I'm so sorry. Come. We'll talk more.
How far away is her butcher shop?
It's just down the road, just straight that way.
Atlas and Tones.
What number would that be? Just in curiosity.
7. I think it's 17 on the map. Let me just check.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's not too bad.
No, it's not 17. It's not 17. I am wrong. It's 11, which is actually
probably just us.
Oh yeah, no, it's. She's like, if you, we'll go the back way. It's not a problem.
Say it's past the
Okay.
sinkhole.
Yeah, I was going to say we'd have to go past the sinkhole. Yeah.
Yeah. She waves to Halia. She's like, Haley, go get Halberg. Tell him we're going to my house. Tell him to come home. Tell him to bring our friends. And tell him that they're safe, and we're waiting for him. And so Halia goes off, and Jalisa, she introduces herself as Jalisa. She said she'd shake hands, but they're covered in blood. They're not clean. She hasn't had a chance to wash up. And she takes you down to the edge of around the back way. As you cross across the Keldil path, which is the main crossroad to cross to there, you can see the bathhouse ladies just quietly talking. A large, gruff man with a big, bushy beard. And you see the old man in the wheelchair kind of wheel up, listen, and he pauses. He looks down towards you guys, just gives a curt nod, and then they kind of surreptitiously go down the long road to meet you at the butcher's. Jalisa guides you to her place, and there's 3 buildings there. The actual butcher's itself, the sale shop, like the shop that she sells from, and then the actual house. And she guides you into the house, and she stands by the door, waiting. And at that point, the gruff, bearded man walks in, gives another sigh of relief. Thank the gods. You're safe.
It's a relative term.
And who might you be?
My name is Halberg Tuthmirilar. I'm the constable and head of the militia of Red Larch. I must apologize. Seeing you dive in to save those children shamed me. And I apologize that you had to do what we were not yet equipped to handle.
To be fair, we kind of went to school for this kind of shit.
He chuckles a bit. He says, I see. There's a knock on the door, and Halberg opens it, and the old man wheels himself in. Don't mind me, I'm just here following up. So what's going on?
I think that's what we want to ask everyone.
Do we relay...
Atlas says...
I was just going to say,
says...
for exposition purposes, do we just say we relay everything we know, or do we want to, like, go through it?
I say we relay.
Yeah, it's good with me.
Atlas first says to Harbrick, while the apology is greatly appreciated, I believe it is Braylon you should be apologizing to first and foremost, considering what's been done to him is something he thinks is normal, and he won't listen to our friends explain that it's not. So perhaps you can enlighten him.
He listens to that, and as well the explanation of what exactly has happened. And he agrees. It's like,
we are so sorry, Brit. Failed you. This is not normal, and we will do everything in our power to right this wrong. And Jalisa speaks up. She says, well, Halberg, we have some extra room here. We can take care of the boy. The father be damned. That would be a way to atone for what we failed to do. Yes, so be it.
And Jalisa says, very well. Very well, the boy can live here for now. I will go get food. Food for the 5 of them. And Harburg says, very good. I have to round up the men. We have some questioning that we have to do.
And you, sir, in the chair, who might you be?
I'm not from this village. I'm just a traveler traveling through. My name is Alcazar. I'm Professor Emeritus at Quincunx. But I currently just doing a delivery for the monitors.
Do we recognize that name?
Ironically, no, because you failed that roll. But you can make another. You can make another history check now.
That's right. Okay.
You can all make a history check now.
Well, like all of us, just not
All
just
of you.
August.
Not just August.
Okay. History.
Oh,
History, yep.
I got a 12.
Right.
I got a 20.
Nat or dirty?
Natural 20, and then
Ah,
it was
Nice.
history, so then I guess it's a 21.
Glenn.
Glenn for history.
Okay.
19 for Atlas.
Of course, Glencora and Atlas. You know who Alcazar is.
I
Of
got
course
a,
you do.
I got a 17.
I get a
17.
+3 in history.
Even heckin' Wick knows who Alcazar
You know what?
is.
You fucking shamed me for what
The
my
only
dice
monitor.
me.
Shame.
But- so, here's Alcazar's deal. He introduces himself as a Professor Emeritus, but that's not exactly accurate. He was the Dean of Arcane Studies until your first year there. Then he retired.
Okay. I don't feel as
Um,
bad.
He August not having any brush with that because August never really had any arcane training and doesn't matter. Wick,
You know what? It all makes sense. The dice knew what they were doing.
yeah, Wick kinda knew, but you know, like that's just Wick paying attention to a simple fact. He's just like, oh, okay, you know,
Can I add
I knew
some,
this random fact.
Can I add some spice to why Wick might have known?
You can spice it up all you like, my friend.
Would Wick know because the dean, even if it is of arcane study, because of the opposition being sometimes necromancers and things like that, for Bludgeon Ball, maybe went to a game or two?
You know what? Alcazar was one of the ones that actually fought to make sure that necromancy was not used too early in the fight because you're not exactly sure why, but it always seemed that Alcazar, despite connected to Bludgeon Ball at all, for some reason seemed to have a vested interest in the effects the game had on the defensive line. And
Hell yeah.
you're never really sure why. So, at this point, Halberg steps out, and Alcazar says, "Look, August, I'd like to talk to you for a moment alone. There's something I want to talk to you about."
Sure.
He just looks at the others. He says, "It's not that I want to keep a secret. It's just it's a private
By all
matter."
means.
Thank you. Says we're gonna head to the inn. There was just something today that, well, let's just say my mind's made up on something, and I need you before I leave to my destination.
Okay.
I know this is a very awkward time, but we're best that we're done quickly.
Sure. And just kind of looks at Wick like, you got the kid, you guys all good?
Wick's just gonna do that trademark Wick smile, even if it's not as bright as it normally is.
Alrighty.
I want you all to make me a perception check, except for Wick. Wick cannot make this roll.
Nope.
Okay.
And even August. Yeah, even
Oh.
August.
I rolled
you
another
get
natural
the
20.
roll?
August will get advantage on this roll, and I'll explain why.
Did you say August gets a?
Yeah.
Okay, August does. Yay.
Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not bad. Perception?
Yeah.
17.
Nice.
Which is
Glenn?
better than the other one, because I rolled a 1.
Oh, you rolled a nat
Good job.
1?
On my other one.
Do you want
Yeah,
me
it
to
doesn't
count
count.
that? Or okay, doesn't count.
Yeah.
By the way, Glenn has both of the natural 20s so far.
Yay.
Nice.
That was a 25 for me with my,
Wow.
if it matters.
My perception was I can't math, 14.
14. All right. Glenn, you notice something really weird. Ever since you've gotten out of the cave, the sun has been beating down. You can see heat waves coming, off of the distance, off of everything. And yet, it's been chill. It's been kind of cold.
Oh, God.
August, how you notice it? You notice that it's been cold, but you didn't pay it any mind. But as soon as you got outside with the wheelchair guy, with Alcazar, it's like a sudden heat wave. As soon as that door closed, you feel the heat come down
Okay.
as you get out of the... And it's weird because the temperature and the chill inside the house was the same as outside, but now it's really hot suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
But no, the weather hasn't changed, the wind hasn't changed or anything.
Okay.
You follow Alcazar, and he takes you to the inn, gives a nod to Jaylisa. Sorry, not Jaylisa, Kaylin. And he takes you to his room. Says, please shut the door, I have a tale to tell you.
Sure. He does it.
So, wanted to personally apologize to you, August.
For what?
In my last year as the one in charge of arcane studies, it is partially my job to identify students that have what's called the spark, the kindling necessary for the channeling of arcane power. All wizards have it, and it is my job to look for prospective students for admission into the faculty of arcane studies. I knew of you in your early bludgeon ball days. My husband was a bludgeon baller as well. Played in the same position as you.
Oh.
So I've kept up with the game. Now, as you are probably aware, the bones like to control the game and all the students around it. So it is very difficult for one of the faculty of arcane studies to acquire a student that has an athletic scholarship. And I failed to even be able to come to you and give you the choice to join, and for that I wish to apologize. He pauses for a bit. And it is not the only time I failed. Back when I was... Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say he just keeps listening in silence.
My husband, Chothar,
Well, I met him when he was a young student, such as yourself. And he too had the spark. But I was a student, and I had no ability whatsoever to get him into the arcane school, and the ability to even do that was not available then. And it hurt me to watch this person that I loved dearly be unable to reach their full potential. So, I made it my life's work to find a way to assist the students that were denied that opportunity. To give them a choice if they wanted to explore it or not. When I had graduated, of course, I went for my doctorate. And I made my study all about the nature of the spark itself. And eventually, my thesis was a mechanism by which one who had their spark discovered late in life could skip past the study and learn to channel the arcane in a more fast manner. Not in the manner of a full wizard, mind you, but something. My thesis, and it was accepted. But the truth was, my thesis was not a paper, it was an object. And a gift. I made an artifact that could channel that power, presented it, and then immediately, once I had been accepted and I got my doctorate, I gave it to Chothar, my husband. He had learned to take it, and he became the first of the mage warriors. He became an Eldritch Knight. And he used that power to do what he could to protect people. He was a good monitor, probably one of the best of us. When he got old, as men do, when he was dying, he bade me a request. He wanted me to find his successor. He wanted me to find the one that could inherit the thesis. Could you do me a favor? Could you hand me that box over there on the desk, please?
Absolutely. And goes over and gives it over to him.
It's a wide box, about 5 foot long. He opens it, and inside is a long blade. It's not really well crafted as a sword as you know it. It has a handle, but it looks more like just a long shard of metal. And when he picks it up, you can see that it's extremely well polished. There's not a single bit of tarnish, not a single bit of rust on it. It looks brand new. He holds it up, and he says, "Take it, please."
You sure you want this to be me?
I knew this blade was yours. When the hole opened up, there were people hesitating. There were people trying to do political things. What you did was you grabbed a rope, you tied it around your waist, and you dived in, and you didn't give a shit what people thought. Yes, you are worthy of thesis.
Then I would be honored. and he'll, I guess, take it. Like, I mean, is it like just a empty blade?
You take the blade in your hand, and as you do, you notice two things. First off, when you see reflection in the blade, you don't see what you normally see in a mirror. You see your best possible self reflected in it. You see a man carrying himself with dignity, honor. You see everything that you value in the face that looks back at you. And then you feel something. You feel a blue energy come from your hand and then start to crawl up the blade. And you see strange runes and incantations start to appear along it. And you understand them. You don't know what they say, yet you understand them. And at that point, Alcazar nods. Even the blade knows it's chosen well.
All I want to do is help people, protect them, keep families together.
And then that blade will help you do that. You're a good monitor. Even if you don't know it yet, the blade does. And I do.
It's a shame we missed each other by a year.
Perhaps. But on the other hand, perhaps if we had met each other, and perhaps if I had acted sooner, you would not have wrapped that rope around yourself and saved those children.
Perhaps you're right.
After today, I'm heading to Summit Hall. It's a militia point to the east. Not but a little while away, but if ever you need help from fellow monitors, I will let them know about you. You will be welcome there, I promise it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate this. What was his husband's name?
Chothar.
I will do my best to do right by Jothar.
I have no doubt in my mind that you will.
Yay, gay dads!
I'm putting up the stats for Thesis.
Nice.
And it's in magic items now.
Okay.
And
So many gay
That's such a
dads in
dope
this
name.
campaign.
And so, yeah, the big deal about it is a magic +1 sword.
Awesome.
So slishy slashy. It can also be used as an arcane focus, so you don't need to also have a staff or anything like that. You can use that and a shield and still do spells that have material components.
Okay.
You don't get the bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls with spells, though, just as a heads up.
Okay.
But also, you can use it to learn your Eldritch Knight powers.
Okay. Awesome. You know what?
For the
You're not wrong.
for the audio only listeners, Glencora Larl just posted a beautiful gif of She-Ra into the chat.
Quote, I've never wanted anything more, so much queer content.
Yep.
Before I actually clicked over from magic items to the gen chat, all I saw was magical girl, and I already knew it was going to be wonderful.
We do stand She-Ra here.
That we do.
Yay, we've completed August's magical girl arc.
Yay.
Wait, I
Now-
have a question.
Manic pixie dream
Yeah.
girl.
We still gotta go
Now-
through the
now-
August, Sailor Moon transformation sequence, but
I have
That
a
comes later.
question.
That comes later.
It comes later.
who had a
We
question?
can't get it all
have-
at once.
We have one more to deal with.
Jake's only been planning this for like 3 sessions.
Yeah.
It's just such
seriously only been.
a social anxiety wreck.
Yeah.
Who had a question though?
Pierce did.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
So we have a +1 sword and a +1 dagger. But the magic users probably don't. You said the dagger doesn't have
The
much
dagger's
advantage
not-
for the spell
dagger
for the
will-
magic users.
Yeah, because you're not stabbing. The magic weapons should always should
Right.
generally go to fighter types first.
Right. Okay.
So, I know this is me giving advice on treasure distribution, which is something I shouldn't do, but honestly, the dagger would probably go to Wick then in that case, so that Wick has a.
Right. That's what I was like.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'd automatically been like, August, but then that would leave Wick without a +1. Pretty.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
if
way
it
Wick
hadn't said anything, I probably would have later, so it's all good.
All right. Let's go back to the butchers.
Woo!
There's been a bit of a delay. A bit of awkward time. The boy's being fed. You're all getting fed. There's an extra bit of jerky and rolls and soup and stew and all whatever being set aside for August when he returns.
I think the entire
And-
time while we were all eating and stuff, Wick would have sat close to Glenn and just sort of just sat next to her.
Yeah.
That
And the
Never
room
mind.
is cold. The food is hot, but the room is cold.
Means motherfuckers got AC.
And it's just getting colder and colder. Very comfortable given how hot it is outside, but still, it's not normal. And even Burble Derp, brain fart. Even Jaleesa is starting to notice it. Taking off her apron.
Pokes Wick and nods does a something's up face.
Just gonna look around.
Wick,
Sorry,
roll me a
didn't
perception
walk.
check.
Yeah. I'm gonna-
Perception, me or him? Sorry.
Wick.
Atlas wants to roll a perception check.
You don't get to because you've already succeeded at this one.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you already feel the thing that needs to be
okay.
felt.
A 10.
It's just a hot day.
He has a tiefling.
It's a
What's
hot
up?
day.
Blame it on he runs hot.
Yeah.
Is the kid
Oh,
okay?
boy.
What's up? What's up?
Something's wrong. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but something's wrong.
Do you need me to get my axe
The
out?
weather is wrong. Sorry?
Did you need me to get my axe out?
I don't think so. Just be alert.
Okay. Hey, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just trying to make sure we don't miss anything. I don't want to be caught off guard.
Okay, because I know being down there was kind of... Yeah. I just wanted to make sure you're okay.
At this, the door just flies open, and you can see a balding man, kind of heavy set. What is the meaning of this? I demand to see my boy. I demand to see him right now.
Wick is going to...
So you're a Rothar.
Wick has already stood up and putting himself between the kid and whoever this is.
The room gets even colder. Except to Wick. Wick does not feel the cold at all. Wick feels it's getting hotter. Wick just stands up.
It's like, who are you? What have you done to my boy?
And perhaps the person responsible for all the strange weather events?
I need someone to find me a gift because I'm not gonna be able to find it.
All right, I'm doing it. What do you need?
Flames on the side of my face.
You
That's how I feel right now. If you know that, it's from.
I got-
Yes. Thank you. Wick is just very, very mad and just looking at this man, and he's not saying anything. He's just looking at him.
1 second. I think I found the perfect way to express how this man feels.
I don't know,
If
flames.
it's me and Leeson, I'm gonna punch you in your head.
Flames on the side of my face.
Oh no, that's worse.
I just
That's way worse. As soon as I saw Kill Bill, it's like, oh no. Worst case scenario.
Oh yeah, and Hunger kicks it on my playlist too. This is delightful.
Yeah, Wick's not exactly tall, but he can make himself look tall just by certain
He's
stances.
still he's a a boxy guy.
Yeah, he has also probably knocked down people twice as big as him in Bludgeon Ball, so he knows how to stand, and he is in that stance right now.
Atlas
he
goes.
looks at you.
How dare you disrespect me like this? I demand my boy, and I demand him now.
No,
No?
I didn't fucking stutter. I said it clearly, and I said it loudly, and I will say it again. No.
With that last no,
Suddenly, Wick explodes in blue flame.
you feel the heat around Wick rush into him, and you realize what has caused this place to get cold. He stands towards him, and the flames from Wick start to, like, when a candle starts to waver in towards wind and towards oxygen? You see that happening towards this man who is just, his eyes are wide, and he takes a step back. What witchcraft is this?
Go outside.
He stumbles back and he falls on his ass. It's a monster. And as he's about to call you a monster, Hobert just gives him a punch to the face. He's like, "Don't you dare! We heard what you did to your child. I will ensure you rot in a jail cell."
Glencora doesn't do anything outwardly, like to him, but just to kind of emphasize that she's like got Wick's back. Can she just cast infestation, but like just have like the bugs buzzing around on her hands, like just hornets just circling her hands is like
You've got your you do your magic ready stance of buzz buzz buzz. I'm ready to go. Don't fuck with us.
Atlas just twiddles his fingers in a wave and a smirk.
It's around this point that August is coming back.
Oh shit.
Ruh-roh.
Wick's on blue fire. Occasionally a little fireball licks towards this poor man on the ground.
Have I ever seen Wick like this? Like,
No, never.
you learning new
Atlas
tricks
just says,
too?
hey, Wick, you're on fire.
August is gonna run up and like take a stance behind the guy, like on the other side of the guy.
Wick's just gonna, he's gonna see
Just
it,
to be there.
but he's not gonna try and get it to go away.
Halberg is just, at this point, turning him around, pinning him. You're lucky that I'm the one who has to deal with you. You're lucky I talked to you first.
I know.
I apologize.
No, I know. I told him to go outside, but I think I need to.
Take your time, Wickham. I understand.
Wick is gonna walk outside.
Glenn's gonna follow him out. Probably.
Yeah, August was kind of still on the outside of the door. He's gonna kind of follow over, but still keep distance, like trying to read if he needs space or not.
He's gonna find a maybe like a patch of grass or dirt, something, and then just kind of scream really, really loud. Just let it out.
As you scream, the flames just get bigger and bigger until there's blue flame in a circle around you. The grass has caught fire. You've tapped into something, and you are unsure you can ever hold it back in again.
Question out of character. Is this like a magical fire, or is this like a dangerous spreading fire?
There is nothing unmagical about this fire. It is... Normally, when people get upset, this does not happen. But you recognize it's not that Wick has caught on fire because something has set it on fire. You realize this is Wick. Wick just has that in him. You've heard of some tieflings that have gotten enough power within them that have been able to manifest magical forces. So this is probably a kind of wild, untamed version of that.
Oh, Wick's magical girl arc. Or, sorry, wrong choice of words.
It still works. His magical boy arc.
Hang on. Let me just...
Does his tail grow back? Or like he only has a fire tail?
He was born with a stub.
But imagine when he's in his fiery form, he has a little, like, what would have been his tail is all, like, he grows a little fire tail off of his stub.
Charmander.
I don't know. I don't think you would notice either way.
But I just love it. I just like that idea. So you know what? I'm just gonna imagine him with it. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
I'm going to take a... All right. So after this...
Not the magical boy anime.
Yes, the magical boy
there's
anime.
There's going to be a kind of there will be... You guys will have a few days to kind of rest and stuff like that in preparation for the dwarves to arrive, where not much is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a fine time for me to take a rest and pee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to pause the recording?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And then when we come back, we will. If there's anything like minor that you guys want to do, just type it in chat. We'll get that sorted out. But we will need to skip forward in time a little bit.
Okay. I'm stopping.
And actually start the actual adventure. And when we guys come back, you guys will have had a number of long rests, and you'll be level 3 officially.
Woo!
Yay!
All right. I'm
Yeah, I
stopping
gotta
the
go. Me too.
recording.